But now something has happened and there is hope. And you're like, I can see the way forward. I know this is possible. I know what I would get out of this. But I'm terrified of the process. Scorpio, welcome to your December 2022 general reading. So, today we're going to start with an oracle card just to get the overall view of what's going on. This is a general reading, so it's not necessarily love, but it could come out as love. So, whatever decides to come out for the Scorpio collective. So, we're already starting. Ooh, okay. So Scorpio, we've got a consciousness of lack and fear. There is something you are afraid to do. Oop, just dropped a Garfield. There is something that you are afraid to do, for sure. Something that fear is playing a big part for you, okay? Fear is playing a big part. Fear of... okay. Fear of change, okay? Fear of change, and fear of change... It's not that you don't want something better, you do want something better. It's just that you're afraid that if you make the jump, will it actually be better? It's like that's what you're concerned about. With that consciousness of lack, it's this idea that like you've surrendered yourself to this situation that's not ideal, but you're okay with it, you know, but you're okay with it. But you have this recognition within you that something needs to change. You may have seen an opportunity recently or something that's come up where it might shake things up a little bit for you. And so now you're actually considering making a move in a certain direction, and you've got a lot of fear going on inside here. A lot of fear. But the thing is that it's like you're scared of actually succeeding. You're scared of what you would have to sacrifice to succeed. So let's see what's going on. Let's get some details. Show me, Scorpio. What's going on with Scorpio in this situation, please? What's going on with Scorpio in this situation? December 2022, please. These giant cards. I've got these little bitty hands. There we go. All right, come on, one more. Giant cards. Let's just say I know how to handle a big deck. I'm kidding. Maybe. Okay. Let's see. All right. We're splitting. Okay, good. Let's do it. Got that one and that one and that one. Okay. So, the foundation of the issue for the month of December. Two of Cups. And you can see at the bottom, I did give it to you right side up, right? Okay. Relationships. So, Scorpio, if you're not here for a love reading, or at least something in regards to your relationships, typically a Two of Cups talks about the coming together of two people, okay? Coming together of two people to work together on something, and in an agreeable partnership. That must be what you're eyeballing here. Two of Cups, Two of Cups. Why is this hard? What's going on? Four of Wands. Ooh, that's what's standing in your way. Four of Wands. So it feels like Four of Wands traditionally means marriage. Okay? And a lot of times it'll mean marriage. It can mean celebration. It can mean the coming together of two people, right? It can mean all that stuff, but it could also literally mean a marriage standing in the way, since it's in the challenge position. Could also be more of that fear of coming together with the Two of Cups, because the thing is that this is like, so Four of Wands, it talks about like each person has their own two wands, and it comes together and builds a solid place to celebrate and do what they're supposed to do together, right? So this is why it looks like marriage a lot of times. So either somebody in this connection or both parties in this connection are married, and that's the challenge here. I could see where the fear factor would come into play here. If somebody's looking at potentially changing things up and their marriage is stressing them out in regards to this coming together with somebody else. Yeah. Okay. What's in Scorpio's head? Temperance. Healing. There is something about this situation that you want to settle up. You want to settle up, and you want to, in everything that's in here, you're finding relief. It feels like that sense of relief of like when like nice cool water on a hot day being splashed on your face and washing off all the sweat and grime and everything like that. And that sense of relief that you get from that, that's not quite a healing feeling, but that's like, it's like a sense of relief. Kind of like a dirty weight has been lifted, something like that. So it's, yeah. That does have to do with that piece. It could also mean for you, it could also mean exactly the thing that's holding you back. Temperance is also patience. I am tempering my interest in this, so it's kind of like backing away from it a little bit and like, okay, I'm going to wait for a minute. I'm going to wait. I'm not sure what I'm going to do here. That kind of thing. So it probably goes back to that fear thing. But you are in the process of like processing things. It's like something changed recently, which we'll find out in the passing energies. What changed recently to cause all this? Like what made this happen? Okay, what's in your gut? Seven of Swords. Oh, you don't want to talk about it. You don't want to talk about this to anybody. Well, not to anybody. You want to talk to this Two of Cups person. I know that. You want to talk to that Two of Cups person, but you do want to keep it a secret. You want to talk to them, but you don't want it known that you're talking to them. Or you are deceiving yourself in regards to, could also mean that you are deceiving yourself in regards to what your current relationship means to you versus also what this Two of Cups potential coming together of whatever. It doesn't have to be an actual relationship that would disrupt your marriage. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be that. It could be just like, I don't know, someone who has, weird ideas that your spouse just doesn't get along with. It could be something like that. But it's like you're trying to tell yourself something that's incorrect. You are telling yourself something that's incorrect. Either you are telling yourself, I could never make this happen because I'm not worth that, or I would never leave my spouse, or whatever. It could be all that. It's all kinds of deceit, okay? I don't want people to know about it. I don't even want myself to know about it. It could be something like that. What's the passing energies? Two of Swords. Gotcha. Two of Swords. Crossroads. A choice. A choice has been presented to you. I really want to know about what. A choice has been presented to you. And I'm going to find out what. I have to. I just have to. Show me what this Two of Swords is. What is it? Because I feel like there's a lot. Okay, so there's a lot of blocking and stuff like that. That's traditionally what that card means. It means a lot of blocking and stuff. But there was a choice thrown in there where you can go one way or the other, and you didn't want to look at it. You didn't want to look at it. What is this? What's the choice? What's the Two of Swords for me, please? What's the Two of Swords, please? Ooh, almost. There we go. Six of Pentacles. Balancing up. It's the give and the take and everything. It's like the balancing up of energies and like making things come even. The Six of Pentacles talks a lot. It makes me think of like a tax collector. Where, you know, they're like, okay, you owe this much in taxes, and then you pay it, and then they're like, oh, you actually have a refund. Here, I'm going to give this back to you. That's what that's like to me. And so from a relationship perspective that is balancing up with somebody whom you may have had a debt with, or somebody had a debt with you. And there was a balancing up. And what it did is it created a change. It created a cascade of things that happened. And now suddenly you're like, what just happened? It was unexpected. Yeah. Okay, what's the immediate future? We have the Hierophant. But it came out reversed. Interesting. Okay. Hierophant reversed. Hierophant speaks of traditional ways of doing things. I'm talking about the Hierophant right side up. It talks about doing things the traditional way, doing things the normal way, your comfort zone, that kind of thing. When it's reversed, I feel like you're going to step outside your comfort zone. You're going to step outside your comfort zone for something. It's like you're giving yourself permission to do that. No longer living within like the boundaries that you'd always put yourself into, you know? Okay, so what's the energy surrounding? Okay. Surrounding Scorpio is Ten of Swords. Conclusions. Endings. Are you trying to end this connection with this Two of Cups? Is that what this is? I think I'm going to clarify the whole thing towards the end. So if you want to get through this whole thing, then I will clarify if you're resonating with it. So, all right. So Ten of Swords, because like Ten of Swords talks about like endings and is traditionally shown as, my mailman almost hit my mailbox. I was like, what just happened? So sorry. Ten of Swords. Endings. It's personified by the guy who's laying on his stomach and he's like got all the swords and it's stabbed in the back. I mean, betrayal and but it also means like straight up endings. The tens always mean endings of something that existed. It could be the ending of like a way of believing things, you know. So because if this thing that came up here with the Two of Swords and the Six of Pentacles, as far as balancing up, to say somebody suddenly presented themselves to you, and it. Hold on one minute. So all hell breaks loose because the doorbell rings. All right, I'm back. Thank you. Thank you for your patience. So, Ten of Swords. An old way of being is resolving itself. An old pain, potentially, that may have been resolved through this balancing up with someone. Someone may have said something that you needed to hear. You know what I mean? That's what it could have been, too. Hidden factors. Justice. The truth. Something tells me that you were told the truth. You were told the truth in regards to a situation, a truth that you weren't aware of. It may have been the truth the whole time, but you just weren't aware of it, or you didn't believe it, or something like that until you heard it from the horse's mouth, right? So, I like that. It's all about this balancing up thing. We've got temperance, we've got justice, we've got the Six of Pentacles, all about this, like, okay, we're even now. We're even. A lot of that going on. We're even. We finally, like, kind of figured it out a little bit. Okay, so what's the hopes and fears? The Star. Wow. So, when the Star is in your hopes and fears, your star path is your, I'm going to call it your divine path, okay? It's your divine path. It's your ultimate path that you came here to do, okay? Your star path versus the sun. I mean, this is total 100% satisfaction with your life and going along the path that you were supposed to, that you were divinely guided to do so, or that you had, I'm going to call it planned to do so when you came here to this earth school, right? So with you, like, hoping and fearing this at the same time, because you hope for it. It's hope. Hope has come alive for you. Hope has come alive for you, and it scares you. It makes you nervous because, like, when you have hope, then you're more likely to make changes. When you don't have hope in regards to something, you're more willing to just turn away from it, right? But now something has happened and there is hope. And you're like, I can see the way forward. I know this is possible. I know what I would get out of this. But I'm terrified of the process. Terrified of the process. There is something about this Two of Cups connection that you've got. There's something that you are so drawn to, and it's part of your divine path, okay? This was planned. Whatever happened right here, it was planned. It was supposed to happen, which means, now technically most of our life is supposed to happen, but I'm a firm believer in something that's called soul contracts. A lot of people, would say something like, soul bonds or soulmates or whatever. But I call it soul contracts because we all, we make agreements on the other side. We're like, hey, I know you, I trust you, and I know that you can help me with this issue that I'm going to learn about in Earth School. So it's like, so say you've worked with this particular soul a number of times in the past, right? With all these past lives and everything. And you're like, hey, I really trust you. I have a certain way that I feel about you. Say like someone was your father or something in your past life, right? You're like, okay, I need you to play some sort of father figure in this life and teach me a hard lesson about fathers or something like that. I don't know how this stuff works. I'm straight up guessing, obviously. But this is your path. This person's related to that, and you know it. But you don't want to admit it to yourself with this Seven of Swords. You don't want to admit it. You don't want to admit it. You don't like that. You don't like the idea that something's so disturbing to your life, and you're like, should I make the change to my life? Should I do this? Should I do it? What's the outcome? Seven of Cups. You're going to be stuck in that process of thinking about it and thinking about it and thinking about it all throughout the month of December. But I think you're healing at the same time, okay? I think you're healing at the same time from whatever this, settling up is. I think you're healing at the same time you're processing, okay? Let's get some details. Hello. All right. Let's get some details. I think I'm going to do that for you guys this month as I almost said Halloween gift. You can see where my brain's still at. I'm still in October. Christmas gift. A Yuletide gift. Okay. Gonna get some details for Scorpio, please, for this reading. Show me the details for this reading. It's relevant. What does Scorpio need to hear, please? Okay, tell me about this Two of Cups. Tell me more about this Two of Cups, please. Two of Cups. We got Justice coming out again. Look at that, the truth. See? Two Justice cards coming out. That truth is the important part. So I think that this person delivered the truth to you. You're like, this is the truth. This is what is right. And we're balancing. A lot of that balancing coming out. What else? Ace of Wands. Okay. This is also a card of hope. Hope, passion, drive, inspiration. I feel like it's like someone who's like reaching out. It was like someone who reached out. That Ten of Swords coming out again. But look at this. Okay, here we go. Ten of Swords, Queen of Wands, and the Five of Wands. Wow. Okay, so ending the battle. So here's that Ten of Swords. Here's that classical Ten of Swords imagery, right, that I was telling you about earlier. So this is the ending of the inner conflict regarding, I'm going to say someone. Queen of Wands a lot of times signifies someone who's very very important and kind of magnetic to you. You know, especially if this person's part of your star path, you're naturally going to be drawn to this person. And that's a Queen of Wands for sure. So it's the end of the conflict regarding this person. I'm going to say your inner conflict. Maybe inner conflict? But there's conflict. There's battle. There's strain in regard, or there was, and now it's gone. Wow. Okay. What's this Four of Wands standing in the way? What's this? Yeah, this one's curious. Four of Wands. What's this? What's the Four of Wands in the challenge, please? What's the Four of Wands challenge? All right. Seven of Cups. Again. Look at that. This is why I use multiple decks. Seven of Cups in the outcome as well. Look at that. Two. So I think you're choosing between two people. You're having to choose between two people. It's like suddenly this other person from, it looks like your past. It really does look like someone who's from your past. Popping up a little bit. And it's creating a lot of confusion. You're like, what am I supposed to do with this? Well, really, technically, you can choose to do nothing. You can choose to do nothing. Okay, tell me more about this Seven of Cups. I'll ask more questions here towards the end. Okay, Seven of Cups. Ace of Pentacles here. Yeah. So another thing that's like kind of standing in the way is that pentacle. The pentacle stands for everything that's in the 3D. I'm talking like your house, your home, all of your bank accounts that you set up together. That's your pentacle, okay? Talks about your money, your safety, your securities, your comfort zones. So there's a whole risk in regards to choosing what to do in regards to that. Would I lose my pentacle if I choose to do this? And yeah, that's a hard choice. Definitely something to sit and think on. So I don't know how long you've been thinking about it. King of Wands. Oh, but this person makes you feel so good though. They make you feel good. They make you feel alive. What was I going to say? I was going to say something. That's why you're not making the decision quickly, because you're like, I'm not going to just jump. Scorpios don't usually do that. But a lot of times if you're even considering jumping, you've been thinking about jumping like randomly on the side anyways. maybe the occasional thought, but never any real motivation to do so. And now suddenly that motivation's here. Or something like that. Something that pushed you just to that edge, that brink where it's like, what are you gonna do? Tell me about this temperance. What's the temperance, please? Tell me about the temperance in Scorpio's head, please. Look at that. Four of Wands. Look at all that repeating energy here. Four of Wands. You know, I'm wondering if you're looking at your... let's assume that you're married, okay? I'm wondering if you're looking at your marriage, and now what's happening is that this person that's popped up in the past brought forth some new change, whatever thing that changed your perspective. Now you're looking at your marriage and you're going, can I fix this? Can I fix my marriage? Can I make this work? Tell me more about that. That's what you're thinking. Should I continue putting my energy into whatever it is that is going on between you and your spouse? If it's not, you know, if it's just kind of boring, you know, that kind of thing, because sometimes people just lose their spark. It happens. But you can also usually bring it back, but with a lot of effort. Tell me more about this temperance. Three of Swords. It hurts. Yeah. It hurts. It hurts to think that you may not be able to fix what's going on. Wow, that kind of surprised me that you were thinking about that. This is where it's kind of jumping all over the place. Okay. Because I thought we were focused on this Two of Cups person. But now I can see where you're split between the two. Because like the idea... yes. I was just going to say the idea of breaking apart from your spouse and everything does hurt you. It does hurt you, but you are so called. We've got the Hierophant, the Knight of Cups, and the Lover's card. You are so called. And it hurts you that you're so called. Oh, okay, that's it. It hurts you that you're so called to this connection. Oh, okay, I see. You're like, why can't I leave well enough alone? I know that feeling. I've been there. Why can't I leave well enough alone? Because I can't. It's just, some of us aren't made like that. So, especially if in your chart you have like Sun and Uranus conjunction. Yeah, you're always going to be changing shit up. Okay. Show me this Seven of Swords. What's this deceit? What is this? Show me the Seven of Swords for Scorpio, please. Okay. Three of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, and 10 of Pentacles. Okay. Yeah, it's like you're like, well, I know that if I just wait long enough, your pentacles that you have set up in your marriage, right? If I just wait long enough, my pentacles will ease itself. I just have to wait. It is stagnant, but I know I feel like it'll get better. I feel like it'll get better. It'll always get better. How long have you been telling yourself that, though, Scorpio? How long have you been telling yourself that? How many years? It'll get better. Sure, we don't do anything physical except for every 6 months. And we're Scorpios. We need that kind of attention, you know? At least a lot of us do, anyway. Okay, tell me more about, let's do this Hierophant. Ooh. Okay, Queen of Swords and the Page of Pentacles. Okay. Yeah, so stepping outside your comfort zone a little bit. God, what in regards to, though? Okay. So, Stepping outside your comfort zone. It's like to reach out just a little tiny bit of communication or something like that. Or some sort of idea. I feel like you're going to just contemplate the idea, because this Queen of Swords, she's super analytical, and she's like a master chess player. So it's like you're actually going to step outside your comfort zone a little bit and consider whatever connection this is just for a minute. That's what it's like. It's like this little brief little, okay, well, you know what? I'll just think about it for today. We're going to move to another deck, because we need multiple decks when we have this stuff. How much time do I have? Okay. Yeah, it's like just a brief review. It's like you're willing to like sit back and review just for a minute, but you're going to try to stay detached with it. Ooh, hey. Cards almost went all over the place. Okay. Let's do this here. Show me the Ten of Swords here. Show me the Ten of Swords here for Scorpio, please. Five of Swords and the Eight of Wands. Okay. So this Ten of Swords is the energy surrounding you. You may be considering dropping Yes, kitty. What is it? Five of Swords with the Eight of Pentacles. And so the thing is that's a lot of like inner conflict and worry in regards to sending a message. It's like Ten of Swords. It concludes the a lot of worry about sending a message. Doesn't feel right though. It may be that you just want to like kick it out of your head. You may just want to kick it out of your head. The idea of even connecting with this, I'm going to say Queen of Wands, Two of Cups, whatever. You want to kick it out of your head. You're just like, I just want to kill it. I just want to get it out. Like, why? Why did this happen? Give me one more card, please. Tell me more about this Ten of Swords. One more card. Something's not setting right. Four of Cups. Okay. Yeah, so what I said earlier in regards to like the ending of an old way of believing things. There may have been fights with this person in the past. There may have been fights with this person or about this person in the past. And it left you feeling really just like meh. You know, and that's what this card is. It left you feeling really meh regarding that. And this Ten of Swords shows it's the end of that. So there's some sort of fight that there's been in regards to that person, communications with that person, or communications about that person or something. And you're just like, it's like it released a weight off of you. Okay. God, because it was just like sticking. I was like, oh my goodness. What am I missing here? Okay. Justice. Five of Pentacles. Truth. Five of Pentacles. Hidden factors. Truth. Five of Pentacles. Tell me more about justice, please. Tell me about this justice card, please. All right. Wow. Fucking justice comes out again. Okay. Tarot cracks me up. All right, so 6 of Swords. Let's take all these cards here. Okay. It's like after, because it tells the whole story here, okay? This tells a whole story of what is coming. Potentially. Because these are the hidden factors that you don't see. After a time of, I'm going to say, abandonment or a time of separation, after a time of separation between you and this person or whatever, you guys are now going to move on. You guys are going to move past. Now you can see in this 6 of Swords here that it looks like cracked glass that's been glued back together, right? It's because there were like damages that were done, but you've put it back together. But you hope to not forget what happened so that you don't do it again. With the we've got the King of Wands and the 2 of Cups coming back. King of Wands is someone who's very excited, very passionate and inspired. And to me, I see you as the King of Wands because that did pop up earlier. Because it made this connection, 2 of Cups right next to it, makes you feel really good. And here's that Justice card again. That is the truth. This connection does make you feel really good, and you do want to work on it. You do want to put in some work into it, but you're afraid of it with this star. Show me more of the star. I love how it tells stories like that. Ace of Swords and 5 of Cups. Okay. Ace of Swords talks about truth too. Knowing the truth, having the idea, but also kind of alarmed that there's going to be some regret. 5 of Cups is all about regret. Concerned about regret. And not sure what'll happen in the future. 2 of Wands. Not too sure what'll happen, but really trying to keep an eye out on what would happen. I think it's a lot of just uncertainty that's alarming you. A lot of uncertainty. How would this work out? Should I do this? Is it worth it? You know, that kind of thing. Show me 7 of Cups, please. 7 of Cups outcome. Show me the 7 of Cups, please. 7 of Swords popping back out and 2 of Swords. Yep. You're blocking again. And you're telling yourself, that you don't want this. And you're lying to yourself. Telling yourself that you don't want it. You're lying to, you'll consider lying to yourself. Now, I want you to remember that tarot does not dictate action. A lot of times it's just a warning. Okay? It's just a warning of what could happen. So I guess, if this is someone that you really are as far as like you're resonating with this reading and everything, I would really, really assess how you actually feel about this person. Is it worth working on it with this 8 of Pentacles here? Is it worth working on it? Because that person brings life to you. They don't have to be a romantic relationship. You don't have to give up your marriage. You don't have to do that. But I think you know yourself better than that. And that's why you're just like, it'll turn into that. And that's why you're just straight up rejecting it. Because you don't want to make waves in your life as it is. That's what it feels like. You don't want to make waves. Give me one more card. Yeah, I knew it. 10 of Wands. You just don't want it. Okay, back up. I said that wrong. You do want it, but it's too hard. It's too hard with the 10 of Wands. See how hard it is to carry all those wands? It's too hard. I can't do it. That's a feeling like you can't do it yourself. So you're just going to kind of just sit back on it and everything. At least for the month of December. That's what you'll be doing. So pondering about it, going through the holidays. And if it continues to plague you, if it continues to plague you, eventually later on down the line, maybe you'll do something. But do yourself a favor and don't deny. Don't deny things. Don't deny things you know to be true. you can't force your emotions to change or your feelings about someone to change. You cannot force it. I'm talking on both sides, say your marriage or whatever. You cannot force yourself to change just because it's not convenient, You can't. The only thing that can actually make changes to how you feel is investigating certain things. Like, why are you so attached to this Queen of Wands? What is it that this person does for you? What is it about them that makes you feel alive that maybe whatever your spouse is not? What's different? And dig deep on that. Find out what it is. Do they cater to some old thing? For some god awful reason that this came into my head. Do they call you daddy? I'm just like, I don't know where that came from. So please just take it as it resonates. Apparently, the universe wanted me to laugh at that. So, all right, Scorpio. That's what I've got for you today. Thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate you. I hope you have a great December and a good, happy holiday. Hope to see you in the future readings.